AM 870, KRLA The Answer. It's David James, and welcome to KRLA Presents, where we're able to spotlight and highlight some of the extraordinary clients that we have here that you listen to here on The Answer all the time. And maybe you are looking for a remodel, and as a homeowner, I dread even that word, remodel. Why? Why do I dread that? Because I want something to look great in my house. That's a positive thing, right? But why do I dread that? I have Alexander Rodrigues here with Bay Cities Construction. Why do we dread it so much? Remodeling is such a great thing, Alexander. Why? Well, you're a contractor. You know, why do we dread remodeling?
Well, it's a process that requires you to be invaded by strangers.
Yes.
And then those strangers wreck your house, and they make a lot of noise and dust, and hopefully at the end you have a much more beautiful space than you did before you started the
So basically what you're saying is we have to really trust the person that's coming into our home to remodel, and your philosophy is outstanding. When you come into our AM 870 The Answer listeners' homes to remodel, you were telling me about your philosophy. You understand that we live there. You want to make it the best it can be.
Absolutely, Dave. We definitely have a very deep understanding that the homeowners are there and that we are coming into their space and into an area that very important to them. So it's very important for us and the people that work for us, our team members. We understand deeply that we have to respect the space and treat it in a way that we know the customer will be happy, whether they're there or in their absence if they're at work. I would say 90% of the time we have the keys to the house. We use a lockbox. The homeowners trust us with being able to go in and out, locking up their place when we're done, and making sure that everything's cleaned up at the end of the day. We focus a significant amount of time to making sure that we treat people's homes with respect.
Go through the process. You know, if I have a remodeling project that needs to be done and we reach out to you, lead us through the process of what it takes to go through Bay Cities Construction to begin that remodeling process.
Every successful remodel requires a good design and a thought out plan to execute that design. Without that, it's very inconsistent. You know, it's taken us a significant amount of time to come up with a process that works for us and works for our clients so that we can deliver the look that they want in a reasonable amount of time and with a minimal impact to their home. Those are, I think, some of the key components to providing somebody not only with a pretty remodel or a beautiful space. I think that's a given. The process of the remodel and the experience that the client experiences is equally as important as a beautiful finished product.
Oh, that's nice. And that's very transparent. And that's what you do on your website, baycitiesconstruction.com. You have 1,500 pages of resources of people's homes that you've remodeled, of remodel projects, pictures that are there. Kitchen Remodel 101, you can actually do a calculator online with how much it would cost. I mean, everything is right there at the fingertips of our listeners. If they're kind of a little skeptical on the remodel or had a problem years ago or recently with a remodel, you take all the guesswork out at your baycitiesconstruction.com website.
We've spent a significant amount of time providing resources for homeowners to do the research, not just on our company, but on the things that need to happen in order for their remodel to be completed. So, for example, as you talked about in the Kitchen Remodel 101 page, we broke it down, the different components of a kitchen remodel. What are the things that need to be selected? How to even go about thinking about what kind of countertop should you have? What kind of a look should you have for the cabinets? So we break it down into the different components of a kitchen remodel, and we provide content and resources for them to do their research. You see, some people have been researching their kitchen remodel for a few years, and some people several weeks. So different clients need different information at different points, right, in their process for selecting a contractor. So we hope to be a one-stop resource for answering a lot of those preliminary questions. And obviously, when we meet in person, there's much more to talk about.
Yeah, and you can schedule and you can get all the details and everything at baycitiesconstruction.com. It's a wonderful website. I mean, it's beautifully arranged, easily navigatable. affordable. It's very, very friendly, user-friendly. Again, it's baycitiesconstruction.com, baycitiesconstruction.com. We're talking to Alex Rodrigues. Why do you love what you do, Alex? I can tell through the conversation we've had thus far, you really enjoy, Alexander, what it is you do in helping people transform their living space.
You know, it's a passion of mine. Construction and real estate, these are two things that I feel very passionate about. We've taken a significant amount of time to develop our craft and put together a team, because I can't say that I do it by myself, by no means. We've put together a team of professional artisans that are truly masters at what they do. And collectively, bringing in the homeowner to make sure that we have a clear understanding of what the look is that they're looking for, that they want. We incorporate and collaboratively come up with a design and ultimately a plan to execute that design.
With that being said, Alexander, what are some of the biggest challenges that you face in helping our customers overcome those things that they've got, the challenges they have there?
Well, I think that there's a few things. In the beginning, when we first meet, we have to develop a rapport and trust. I would say that if you meet with me and you don't, for whatever reason, there's something about me that you don't trust, don't do business with me. Because this process, the remodeling, and the bigger the remodel, the more important this is. It requires trust, not just monetary trust, but trust amongst people, amongst two human beings.
Right.
Once you get past that, really things kind of fall into place.
We're talking with Alexander Rodrigues, owner and founder of Bay Cities Construction. It's David James, and if you are in need of a remodel, holidays are coming up. baycitiesconstruction.com. baycitiesconstruction.com. See 1,500 pages of resources, pictures of beautiful remodels that Alexander has done with Bay Cities Construction. Hey, Alexander, so correct me if I'm wrong, but look, price, and timetable, the three most important crucial elements to me as a homeowner when it comes to a remodel.
I think that, honestly, those are the three biggest concerns that people have. Most people don't want to just have a design concept pushed on them because the designer likes it or because it's easy for the contractor to build that. So for us, it's very important that we work collaboratively with our clients to make sure that we thoroughly understand what it is that they want. And in order to do that, I created this thing called a job scope. And it's not a new concept, but for us, it's part of our process. We have to do a written job scope for every job before we do any construction or sign any contract, because that process of developing the job scope identifies every single task and every single component that's going to be involved in that remodel. So they'll pick out their tile, the countertops, the faucets, all of that is selected before we sign a deal. We don't sign deals until those things are picked out. The reason that we do that is because when they pick out everything and we know exactly what we're building, the design is completed, then I know exactly what to charge them, and I can give them a fair price for that. Our process goes towards delivering a good experience to our customer. Once we know what we're going to build and we know what we're going to charge for it, then I can also tell you how long it's going to take. And I give you a written construction plan to address that. I give you a start date and a target end date.
So you address the look, the price, and the timetable right there in the job scope is what you call it? It's kind of like is that like a master plan of the job that you're looking to remodel?
That's exactly right. So if we were doing a bathroom remodel, the job scope would detail what's going to be demoed, what's going to be put back in, a detailed list of all of the plumbing fixtures that are going in, a labor description for each one of those components for plumbing, tile, electrical, carpentry, all the way down to the paint color. The process in itself is the most important part of this whole thing. It forces us to identify the components of the project. When we do that, then we can price it. And that really helps alleviate any change orders down the line, which change orders have a direct correlation to additional costs. So we don't want that. We want to identify as much of the pitfalls as possible from the beginning so we can give you an upfront price and give you a day-to-day account of that timetable.
Wow, how about that for transparency, gang? Hey, click baycitiesconstruction.com, baycitiesconstruction.com. If you have a remodel that you'd love to have done before the holidays get here, you have time to do it, call Alexander Rodrigues or go to baycitiesconstruction.com and start this process. See the gorgeous work, 1,500 pages of resources, pictures of remodels that Bay City Construction has made over the years, a calculator on calculating cost, baycitiesconstruction.com, baycitiesconstruction.com. Alexander, I know it's going to be tough to answer this question, but is there one remodel that comes to mind right now where you saw a space and you went, wow, we've got to transform this. And it ended up being a masterpiece.
Well, there's definitely a bathroom remodel in Manhattan Beach that still is my favorite. I think of all the jobs that we did that year, she was definitely the one that trusted me the most amongst my other customers. She had all this really cool furniture that was custom made, and it was very, very artsy. It incorporated stone and raw steel materials, it kind of an industrial look, but it wasn't a modern type house. So it was a bit of a challenge to get those components into the bathroom. So we ended up finding a really cool countertop that was a quartz that had been run through a furnace, and then the surface kind of melts, so it looks leathery. And we did some custom cabinetry and found her some really cool limestone with fossils in it, and her house was by the beach. So we were able to bring in all those different concepts together, the beach, the furniture. We were able to put a very nice, for the space, we were able to accommodate the look that she wanted, and she really gave me a lot of leeway. She was the first attorney that signed my contract without reading it.
So you definitely remember, yeah, wow. Talk about trust.
I have never seen that happen since, before or since.
Well, how about you right now, KRLA family, be the second, all right? Just wow, Alexander here. And everyone can get in touch with you. You can see the 1,500 pages worth of resources right there, Alexander at baycitiesconstruction.com. What do you think is the final, as we wrap up the program here, the most important quality to the company that's going to work on someone's house, be that Bay Cities Construction or someone else?
I think that our prospect clients can definitely count on our commitment, that once we make commitments to do the job and we sign a deal, that we will deliver on our promises. That is one of the fundamental truths that we operate on. I think it's a very powerful and important way to do business. And in an industry that has a lot of flaky people, I think it gives a significant amount of peace of mind to potential customers. And we view our customers not as a one-time transaction, but as a lifelong customer. And many times people will call us 3, 4, 5 years after we've done work for them to do something else. And we value those relationships, and that's why we covet them so much.
And we trust that you will do your due diligence and research. And if you're looking for a remodel, look at Alexander Rodrigues at Bay Cities Construction. Click baycitiesconstruction.com. baycitiesconstruction.com. 1,500 pages worth of resources there, calculators, pictures, Remodel 101, everything. It's a beautiful site. And Alexander, thank you for being part of our KRLA family.
Thank you for reminding me, Dave.
This is AM 870 KRLA The Answer. Looking for your remodeling? baycitiesconstruction.com.